Hey, what's up, you guys? Big Mike checking in, Real Talk TV. So in this video, you guys, I'm gonna get right to it. It's with a heavy heart that I'm making this video tonight. I'm going through a lot right now, you guys, and the reason I'm sharing this is because, as I stated already in previous videos, is that I don't mind being transparent. I don't mind being an open book because some people out there need that. Some people out there need someone who can be transparent and be real enough to admit their fault that can possibly benefit them. And I'm okay with that. You know, I'm not ashamed to admit that I'm not a perfect man. I'm trying to be better. But as all of us, you know, I'm going through this journey called life. And I'm not afraid to admit that every now and again I trip and I fall. We all do. And the reason why I appreciate this platform is because I'm able to share this with people out there who really appreciate it and need to hear it. Now, I'm not going to get too far in depth with what I'm going through right now. I'm not ready for that just at the moment. But I will scratch the surface and admit that recently I made a huge mistake in my life. I don't need anybody trying to speculate what it is because I can assure you that you won't figure this one out. But it's something that really hurt. It really hurt. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot through the recent events about myself, about life, about God. I learned a lot in that amount of time. And one thing I've taken away from that experience is that, you know, your sin will always find you out, no matter how bad, no matter how much you think you're hiding it. You can't. Maybe for a little while, but it will eventually find you out. And when it does, it's not going to be pretty. Another thing I learned is that the discipline that we get from God is not to destroy us. It's not to necessarily show his disdain for us as people. Maybe towards the things we do, yeah. But it's meant to make us better. It's meant to correct us. The same way how when we got disciplined by our parents, it was not a pleasurable feeling. I mean, who likes spankings? Nobody likes spankings. But the spankings were meant to correct you and to keep you from doing that same thing again, and definitely to prevent you from doing anything further that will destroy your life. Your parents who love you discipline you, even though, like I said, it may not be pleasurable, it's beneficial. The same thing with God. You know, he disciplines us, and it's not a good feeling when we get disciplined. We get a spiritual spanking, and it's not a good feeling, but it's for our benefit. And right now, I feel it, you know. Again, I am not going to ever pretend to be a perfect man. I am far from that. And I'm not ashamed to admit that. Not one bit. Now, I want to encourage someone that may need to hear that, because right now, if you're going through that, you know, if you're experiencing, heaviness of spirit because you feel like maybe I'm being disciplined, the Bible says that whom the Lord loves, he chastises. But again, it's not meant for your destruction. It's meant for your benefit. Use that as opportunity to get right while there's time. You know, one of the toughest things to do is to confront yourself. Say there's a habit that you have, a bad habit, or whatever it is that you're into. You may have an addiction, whatever it is. One of the hardest things to do is to confront it. It's easy to sit there and justify it and try to make all the excuses in the world as to why what you're doing is right and why you can't stop and blah, blah, blah. But it's necessary if you want change. Change is hard. It's hard. But with prayer and hard work and plenty of support, it's definitely possible. And that's what I've experienced, man. I felt like I've ran into a brick wall when it came to certain things in my life that just has to change about myself. And as I said, man, it's not a good feeling. But in order to change, you got to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Because a lot of us, we rest in the comfort of what we're doing, not realizing that in the end, it's going to be destructive. It's not going to benefit us at all. We may think it does, but it really doesn't. Yeah, man, life is hard sometimes. And part of evolving and growing as a person is to accept what you've done wrong, confront it, and seek redemption through prayer and by your own personal efforts to get better. Yeah. But just understand that when the Lord chastises you, it's because he loves you. He chastises his children. So if you felt like you're being chastised by God, it's only to make you better. It's not for your destruction. That's all I got for the video. I'll check on you guys later, man. Peace.